Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create games using Canva and AI. Okay, so this is actually a game that I created, so now let's try playing it.
I used to have a beautiful garden full of colors and life. But one day, everything changed. An evil witch, jealous of its beauty, cast a terrible spell. The petals shriveled, the leaves turned gray, and the whispers fell silent. At first, I was lost. My heart ached. But then I heard a legend of a secret potion that could bring my garden back to life. Now, I must find the rare ingredients scattered across shadowy wood. Time is running out.
The character's mission now is to find the ingredients in these bushes. So I will go with the first bush, and when you click on it, you will see there will be a question popping up. So what you have to do now is to choose the correct answer, and if you can answer it correctly, you will get the first ingredient, which is the blue flower. Okay, so now let's try clicking on answer B. So now we have got the first ingredient. And now let's try answering another question, but this time I will intentionally choose the incorrect answer to see what happens. So if you want to answer it again, you can click on this magical potion and then you will be redirected back to the question that you answered incorrectly. And you will keep doing that until you reach question number 6. And for the final question, if you can answer it correctly, you will get the final ingredient. And the final step is to use all of these ingredients to create the magical potion that can help save your garden and prevent the witch from coming back. Very interesting, right? Okay, so you can apply the same structure for some other ideas, such as rescuing the princess from fire dragon, or any other themes that you could think of. So for example, in this game, I set the mission for the character to collect all of the weapons in order to fight the dragon and save the princess from the volcano. I do have some samples of this, so if you want to download it, you can click on the link down below. Okay, so now let's get started with the tutorial. We'll start with Canva. So in Canva homepage, click on Presentation. Okay, so the first thing that we will do is to create the home slide for the game. In order to do that, I will use another website, which is Dreamina AI. Okay, so the first picture that I want to create is a garden that is full of flowers, and it is designed in 8-bit pixel style. So now it's time to hit the generate button and wait for the results. Okay, so for example, I will go for this one, and what I will do is to download the image and then put it on Canva. Actually, to avoid getting the logo on the image, you can capture the screen and then use the image on Canva. Next, I will create a text box that can hold the title of the game. Now, using the same method, I will create a picture of a garden, of a very beautiful garden, and I will also put it on Canva. So the next step is to create the same image, but then the garden is withered. And in order to do that, we will need to download the original image. And then I will use this function of the website, which is reference. So this will help us copy some particular aspects of an image and apply it to a new image. And what I will copy here is the whole picture, so I will choose custom. Alright, so after waiting for some moments, we have some pictures that have the exact theme like the original picture. Okay, so you can download this or you can capture it and bring it to Canva. Okay, now so to complete the story, let's create the slides that have characters. So I will create an image with a girl standing in front of the garden, looking startled. Okay, and then I will bring this image back to Canva. We will still need to download this picture for the next reference. This time the girl is still the same, but then we will create the image where she thinks of a potion, a magical potion. Okay, so this time in the reference section, choose character, because I don't want to copy other things like the garden or the color, only the character. So we will click on it and then click generate. Alright, so basically that we have just finished telling the story. You can add some text boxes here to add some narrative to the story. And you can skip this part if you want to voice over the story yourself to make it more lively. Next, I will create a slide, which is the homepage for the game. In this slide, I will create some text boxes and a placeholder where I will put in some bushes in pixel style. So these are the bushes that the players will click on to get access to the questions. Alright, so that is the home page. And you can number each bush using the circle styled in pixel art. You can hit Ctrl C and Ctrl V or Command C and Command V to have them paste and copy. And then to duplicate the slide, I will click on the home page slide and hit Ctrl D. Alright, so for this slide, I will redesign it to make it the first question slide. Alright, so we have just finished with the first question. And for this page, I will add in some decorative stuff. So for example, if the player can answer it correctly, he or she will get the ingredients on the right down corner. So the first ingredient I would choose is the blue flower. You can put it in a glowy circle like this. Yeah, okay, so that is for the slide number 1, and then we will hit Ctrl D again to create multiple slides. So for example, I will only create 3 slides with 3 different ingredients. Next, we will rename for each slide so that we can, easily differentiate them in the next step. So for example, you can name this home page and then question number 1, question number 2, and 3. Alright, so the next step is to create the video that signals the player that he or she has got the first or the second ingredient. So I will jump to another different blank page like this. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is to generate images that can tell the story as the way you like. So I have already created some here to save some time. Okay, so I'm gonna make them fit the slides like this. So for the final slide, which has an image of a pixel basket here, I will remove the background right in Canva. You can also use other websites to help you with this. And next, I will animate the first 2 slides using the breathe animation. And to adjust the time frame, you can click on the duration button at the bottom of the page down here. Okay, so now you can reduce the time for the first frame down to 2.5 seconds. And you will also do the same to the second slides. And you can totally play them back and forth to adjust them as you like. Alright, so for the final page, I will add in some animation of the ingredients dropping into the basket. So the first ingredient is the blue flowers. But the problem is, since the image of the basket is 2D, so we cannot create the sense of the flowers getting into the basket. So what we're gonna do is to duplicate the basket, and then I will cut the basket, the second basket, to half of it. And so if you drag the flowers in the basket and then hit Control and square brackets to see the layers, you can see that the flowers can move between the first and the second layers of the basket. Alright, so now it's time to add the motion path for the flower. You can click on Animate and then choose Create an Animation here. And what I'm gonna do is to drag the flower downwards while holding Shift key. After that, you can adjust the movement style. So for this one, I will choose Steady for smoother motion. And then you can also add in some sparkles to notify that the players have achieved something. And then I will also hold down the Shift key to choose both of them at the same time and click Animate. You can choose any types of animation that you want. I will choose Pop. So as you can see here on the time frame, there will be some purple bars representing the duration of different elements. You can drag them to adjust. Perfect. So now it's time to add some music. So I will use Mixkit as the source for audio files. You can download any types of sound effects here. So for example, I want to download some magical sounds. I will type in fairy as a keyword. And as you can see here, there are lots of audio files that you can download for free. So I will click on this one and download it. Alright, so you can totally drag it from your web browser to Canva to upload it, or you can, upload it directly through the upload section. Okay, so the final step is to download the video with an MP4 extension. So now it's time to add in another blank slide right after the question 1 slide. And then we will add in the video that shows that the character has found the ingredients. So I will name this slide as win. And because that we don't have much time here, so I have already inserted some videos that I created for the second and the third ingredients. Okay, so now it's time to create a video that shows the player's failures. So the steps are still the same. I have already prepared some images here. And what I'm gonna do is to make them fit the background. And next, I will adjust the time frame. Each of the frame should be about 2 to 2.5 seconds, except for the last 2 slides. Or actually, you can hold down the Shift keys and to the last 2 slides and then change the time duration for both of them. Okay, so now after we have adjusted the time, now it's time to add some animation to them. So the animation that I'm gonna use is breathe. And then I will add some sound effects to the video. Right, so the final step is to download the video and remember to rename it so that we won't mistake it for the win video. Okay, so the position of this video is right after the win video. Okay, so I will rename this as lose. What makes it different from the winning video is that you can actually duplicate the video and then put them behind any question that you want. Because every time that the players lose, the result will be the same. Alright, so now I'm gonna show the slides to see how it's going. Okay, so it's pretty good right here that we have all the slides needed for the game. But another important step is to add hyperlinks, which helps us navigate through the slides. So in order to do that in Canva, you'll need to choose the item that you want to put the hyperlink and then hit Ctrl K. And then suddenly there will be a box right here. You can choose the slide that you want it to be linked with. So for bush number 1, I will link it to question number 1. And then I will do it the same with bush number 2 by hitting Ctrl K. Same with bush number 3. Okay, now let's try clicking on some of these bushes. Okay, so it's actually working. But now when you are at the slide question number 2 and then you choose the correct answer, what is the next move? So we have to think of that. So what I would do is to add some icons or elements here to help me add some links so that we can get back to the home page. And then I will hit Ctrl K to link it back to the home page. Okay, so I will copy this star, which already contains the link, and then I will paste it to other win videos. Alright, so what about the loose videos? The loose videos is also the same. We also have the star, which helps us get back to the homepage, but then we also need the thing that helps us get back to the question that we answered incorrectly. So I would choose a potion bottle here to contain that link. And then we will link it back to the question. For example, so this video is for question number 1, so I will link it back to question number 1. Okay, very good. So now we choose both of these items and then hit Ctrl C to copy them, and then I will paste them to other loose slides. But remember to change the link for the potion bottle. Okay, so what we're gonna do left is to add the link to each options in the multiple choice questions. So for example, option B, which is sunlight, is the correct answer. So I will hit on this text and then hit Ctrl K to link it to the win video for question number 1, which is right here. Okay, very good. And for the rest of the options, I will hold down the shift keys and then I will choose all of them at the same time and then hit Ctrl K to link them to the loose videos for question number 1. So we also do the same to question number 2, very easy, and question number 3. Okay, so now it's time to play the game to see if there's anything that we have to adjust. Okay, so this is the end of this video. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials. Let me know in the comments what would you like to see next. Thanks for watching.